Okay, welcome back to another video on the Isuzu Rodeo 4x4. So today, I just want to show you a fuse block. Is this what your fuse block looks like? Look at that. Number 4 fuse, or the fourth one up on the top, is missing. Why is it missing? It's missing because that's the fuse for the rear window wipers on the back window hatch. Today I'm going to show you why the fuse has been out. So here's the fuse. Let's put it back in again here. And the fuse goes in here. Okay. Next step, we'll turn on the ignition. And we'll push the rear wiper switch. And it goes. Now we turn off the switch. The wiper still goes. So it won't park. And that is a problem. So the only way to fix that, of course, is to pull the fuse out. 1, 2, 3, 4, there we go, squeeze, and the fuse comes out. Then of course the wiper is stopped wherever it happened to stop. And what I've got is one of two problems actually. I've either got a bad wiper motor, which is kind of inside the door, or I've got some electrical problems somewhere here on the hinge side of the door. And to be honest with you, the easiest way for me to do the checking is to just replace the wiper motor, because I happen to have another one. I've got a parts Isuzu, and that one was working wonderfully. So I'm just going to swap in the new motor right now. And if it's a problem with wiring, it's just going to add a little bit of time, because I'll just pull the wiring out of the harness and replace it. So I'm going to start here by removing the wiper arm. 13 millimeters is what it's going to take to remove the wiper arm. I'm trying to do this with one arm here. There we go. And I've got the wiper arm off. After the wiper arm is off, there is just a rubber collar here that protects the motor from getting a lot of water vapor and maybe liquid actually inside of it. Okay, got that off. And now a very large nut that hangs on to the main shaft of the motor. That nut is about 22 millimeters. 22 millimeters is the same as 7/8 of an inch, and I happen to have a 7/8 deep socket. My 22 millimeter is too shallow. By the time I put the socket over top, then this shaft comes up and I can't really get my ratchet to stay on there. So I'm using a deep, and basically that's about all. Just cracked it loose, and the rest of it I can get by hand. Okay, here we are on the inside the door. There really are no screws anywhere up underneath there holding it together. The only thing that holds the door on is a bunch of plastic clips. So plastic clips, and then right about here I'll just need to pry this out so it comes past these 3 screws. But the rest of it basically is I'm just going to yank that way and pop everything off with loud noises and maybe some plastic clips flying around. So there was that little bit in there. I've got my hand in behind here now just holding it out, so when it does pop loose it's going to want to fly off. Look at that. So it really isn't all that hard, and I'm just pulling out that direction. Oh, that was wrong. So there are 2 screws right up here at the top of the door, and those have to pop off. So I got the 2 Phillips head screws out at the top of the door. Now I should be able to pop this whole thing. Oh, just almost falls off. So when I put this back together, it's going to be interesting, because this tar that's holding on the paper has probably lost its sticking. You can see how easily it pops off. There we go. My motor is up here. And first just take a look. Could be this harness. The door is opened and closed so much that it could be. I may have to replace it, but that's okay. I'm going to replace the motor first. Oh, that's easy. So that's off. Move that wire down out of the way. Okay, 2 main bolts that hold the motor are out. So I've got this apart, and we'll just pop in a new motor and we'll see if it works or not. Okay, so there it's in place. I just need to set the camera down because now I need to put the screws in. Another one. Now, even if this motor works or doesn't, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. I'm leaving it there. So I'm going to put the rod back together, and I'm putting this back on. Electrical's all connected. And I really don't have to do a whole lot on the outside yet, because I'm just going to test it and see if it works. If it works, then I leave it. If it doesn't work, then I have to go for the electrical harness. So on with the key. I was going to test it and it wouldn't work. So suddenly realized that I had done this before, and I remembered something about the door having to be closed. So sure enough, so once I closed the back door and got it all closed, then I closed the window and latched everything up, then the windshield wipers actually work. Some kind of a switch someplace. I don't know where it is. This motor is no different than the other one. So that means that I'm going to have to do some electrical wiring harness work and trace or just replace the wiring harness. Okay, I have the wiring harness out of the door. So we got this hunk of harness here, and I'm guessing that somewhere in this area is my problem. The connector was just inside the door here, so really wasn't all that far, but I do have the panels off the side because I do have to get the panels off. I got the panels off the top where the speaker covers are at the bottom, at the top, and I of course had to take the bottom kick panel off in the opening. Well, there you have it, folks. So I'm into the inside of this grommet, and it's not one wire, it's like a bunch of wires that are broken. So there's a blue one, there's a trigger wire there, it's probably the park. Another one over there. Who knows what all these wires are for? Well, I got so excited in getting this all soldered up that I almost forgot to get the camera going right at the end. So anyway, right in here there are several solder joints, and down here you can see the patches. Down here there's another couple of patches, and of course I've got heat shrink on there as well. And I'm just now taping it all up. And let's see, get the key on, push the wiper switch. Whoa, there we go. So it goes across and pauses. And then it goes across again and pauses. I never knew that there was a delay for the rear wiper. I'm not sure if there really is one or not. Don't know if it's right yet. Now I'm going to push the switch to turn off the wipers, and it parks. Well, I guess we replaced the wiper motor, but that didn't do any good. But that's it for the job of repairing the wiring. So I'm going to put this all back together. Actually, I'm going to take the wiring out of the other vehicle too. And I'm going to put it in a cupboard, just in case. I'll probably need that wiring replaced. The wiring was pretty stiff. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in another video.